Attention all Scion owners. If you've been using the wrong oil in your XB, TC, or FRS, you could be slowly destroying your engine without even knowing it. I'm dead serious. There's a specific type of engine oil that's being marketed as universal and compatible with all engines, but it's causing catastrophic damage to Scion engines across the country. And the worst part? Most owners don't realize the damage until it's too late. We're talking seized engines, sludge buildup, and repair bills hitting $5,000 or more. In this video, I'm going to expose exactly which oils you need to avoid, why they're dangerous for your Scion, and what you should be using instead. Stick around, because what I reveal at the end could save your engine and thousands of dollars. Let's dive in. The oil that's destroying Scion engines. Alright, let's get straight to it. The oil you need to avoid right now is any thick, high-viscosity oil that doesn't match your Scion specifications. I'm talking about oils like 10W40, 15W40, or worse, 20W50. These oils are being sold at auto parts stores with labels that say high mileage, extra protection, or works for all engines. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Here's the problem. Scion engines, especially the 1NZ-FE in the XB, the 2AZ-FE in the TC, and even the Subaru FA20 in the FR-S are designed for thin, low-viscosity oils like 0W20 or 5W30. These modern engines have tight tolerances. The oil passages are narrow. The piston rings are designed to work with thinner oil that flows quickly and lubricates instantly. When you pour in thick, heavy oil, it can't flow through those tiny passages fast enough. It doesn't reach critical engine parts in time. And in cold weather? Forget it. That thick oil turns into sludge, and your engine starves for lubrication. I've seen it happen. Engines that should have lasted 300,000 miles, dead at 120,000 because someone used the wrong oil. Don't let that be you. Why high mileage oils are a trap. Let's talk about high mileage oils for a second, because this is where a lot of Scion owners get fooled. You see a bottle that says high mileage formula, or for engines over 75,000 miles, and you think, perfect, my Scion has 100,000 miles. This must be what I need. Not so fast. High mileage oils are thicker and contain seal conditioners designed to reduce oil consumption in older engines. That sounds great in theory, but here's what they don't tell you. Scion engines don't need thick oil to stop leaks. They need the right viscosity to maintain proper lubrication. Those seal conditioners can actually cause buildup in modern engines with variable valve timing systems, which most Scions have. The thicker oil puts extra strain on your oil pump, forcing it to work harder and shortening its lifespan. I've had customers come in complaining about rough idle, poor acceleration, and check engine lights after switching to high mileage oil. We drain it, put in the correct oil, and boom, the problems disappear. Your Scion's manual tells you exactly what oil to use. Stick to it. If you're enjoying this warning, hit that like button and subscribe. This helps me spread the word and protect more Scion owners from costly mistakes. The universal oil lie. Here's another trap: universal or multi-vehicle oils. Walk into any big box store and you'll see huge jugs labeled "Works in all cars and trucks." Sounds convenient, right? One oil for everything? Here's the truth. There's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all engine oil. Your Scion's engine is not the same as a Ford F-150's engine. It's not the same as a Dodge Ram's engine. It's not even the same as older Toyota engines from the 1990s. Modern Scion engines are precision engineered. They require specific oil formulations that meet strict standards like API-SN, API-SP, or ILSA CGF5 or GF6. Universal oils often cut corners to keep costs low. They use cheaper base oils, they skimp on additives, and they're formulated for older, less demanding engines. When you use them in your Scion, you're gambling with your engine's life. And guess what? The warranty on that cheap oil won't cover your $6,000 engine replacement. Stick with trusted brands that meet Toyota's specifications. I'm talking about Mobil 1, Castrol Edge, Pennzoil Platinum, or genuine Toyota oil. The cold start killer. Let me tell you about one of the most dangerous times for your Scion's engine: cold starts. When you start your car after it's been sitting overnight, especially in cold weather, the oil needs to flow immediately to protect the engine. If you're using thick, heavy oil, it stays thick and slow-moving in the cold. That means, for the first few seconds, sometimes even minutes, your engine is running with almost no lubrication. Metal on metal. Grinding. Wearing down. Do this every day for a year, and you've just shaved 50,000 miles off your engine's life. That's why Scion engines are designed for 0W20 or 5W30 oils. That 0W or 5W means the oil flows like water even in freezing temperatures. It gets to your pistons, bearings, and valves instantly. No delay, no wear. I've torn down engines that use the wrong oil. The wear patterns tell the whole story. Scored cylinder walls, worn bearings, damaged valve trains, all preventable. The synthetic versus conventional debate. Let's settle this once and for all. Should you use synthetic or conventional oil in your Scion? The answer is simple: synthetic, always. Here's why. Synthetic oil flows better in extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. It resists breakdown longer, meaning better protection between oil changes. It keeps your engine cleaner by preventing sludge and deposits. It improves fuel economy by reducing friction. Now, I know what you're thinking, but synthetic costs more. Sure, it's a bit pricier up front, but it also lasts longer and protects better. You can safely go 5,000 to 6,000 miles between changes with synthetic. With conventional, you're pushing it past 3,000 miles. Plus, the cost of one engine repair will buy you synthetic oil for the next 10 years. Do the math. For Scion owners, I recommend full synthetic 0W20 for most models. Some older XBs and TCs can use 5W30, but check your manual to be sure. Don't cheap out on this. Your engine will thank you. The additives you don't need. While we're on the subject of oil, let's talk about those fancy additives you see at auto parts stores. You know the ones. They promise extra protection, reduced friction, longer engine life, or remove sludge instantly. They come in flashy bottles with racing stripes and bold claims. Here's the truth. If you're using quality synthetic oil, you don't need additives. Period. Modern synthetic oils already contain a complete additive package. They've got detergents to clean, dispersants to prevent sludge, anti-wear agents to protect metal surfaces, and viscosity modifiers to maintain proper flow. Adding aftermarket additives can actually throw off that carefully balanced formula. You could end up with too many detergents, which can damage seals, or too much viscosity modifier, which can make the oil too thick. I've seen engines develop leaks after owners added miracle additives. I've seen oil turn into gel after mixing incompatible chemicals. Save your money, stick with good oil, change it on time, and your Scion will be just fine. The only exception? If you're dealing with serious sludge buildup, a professional engine flush performed by a mechanic might help. But even then, talk to a trusted shop first. The sludge problem. Let's talk about something disgusting: engine sludge. Sludge is what happens when oil breaks down and turns into a thick, goopy mess inside your engine. It clogs oil passages, sticks to moving parts, and chokes your engine to death. And guess what causes it? Wrong oil, skipped oil changes, and cheap oil. I've seen Scion engines completely caked in sludge. The oil pickup screen was blocked. The valve cover was full of black gunk. The engine couldn't breathe. The fix? Tear the engine apart and clean everything, or replace the whole engine. Either way, you're looking at $3,000 to $7,000. Here's how to avoid sludge. Use the correct oil for your Scion, always. Change your oil every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. No exceptions. Don't mix different oil brands or viscosities. Avoid short trips where the engine never fully warms up. If you've been using the wrong oil, don't panic. drain it, switch to the correct synthetic oil, and your engine will start recovering. But the longer you wait, the worse the damage gets. What oil should you actually use? Alright, enough about what not to use. Let's talk about what you should use. For most Scion models, here's the breakdown. Scion XB, 2004 to 2015, 0W20 or 5W30. Full synthetic Scion XD, 2008 to 2014, 0W20 full synthetic Scion TC, 2005 to 2016. 5W30 full synthetic. Some models accept 0W20. Check your manual. Scion IQ 2012 to 2015. 0W20 full synthetic Scion FRS 2013 to 2016. 0W20 or 5W30 full synthetic. Always, and I mean always, check your owner's manual or the sticker under the hood to confirm the exact viscosity. And stick with trusted brands. Mobil One. Extended Performance, Castrol Edge, Pennzoil Platinum Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic Genuine Toyota Motor Oil. These oils meet or exceed Toyota's specifications. They're tested, they're proven, they work. Don't gamble with no-name brands or bargain oils from discount stores. Your engine is worth more than that. The oil filter matters too. Here's something most people overlook. The oil filter is just as important as the oil itself. You can pour the world's best synthetic oil into your Scion, but if you're using a cheap, low-quality filter, you're still putting your engine at risk. A good oil filter does three things. Traps dirt, metal particles, and contaminants, maintains proper oil flow and pressure, lasts the entire interval between oil changes. Cheap filters use inferior filter media that breaks down quickly. They have weak seals that can leak, and they don't trap particles as small as quality filters do. I've seen cheap filters collapse internally, sending debris straight into the engine. I've seen them leak oil all over driveway, and I've seen them fail catastrophically, leaving engines without lubrication. Don't let that happen to your Scion. Stick with OEM Toyota filters, or go with trusted aftermarket brands like Bosch Purolator Wix Fram Ultra Synthetic, not the cheap orange ones. K and N. Yes, they cost a few dollars more, but that's a tiny price to pay for engine protection. And here's a pro tip. Always hand tighten your oil filter. Don't over-tighten it with a wrench. Snug is enough. Over-tightening can damage the seal and cause leaks. Signs you've been using the wrong oil. How do you know if you've already damaged your engine with the wrong oil? Here are the warning signs. Louder engine noise. If your engine sounds louder than usual, especially on cold starts, the oil isn't protecting properly. Check engine light. Wrong oil can trigger codes related to variable valve timing or oil pressure. Poor acceleration. Thick oil creates resistance, making your engine work harder and feel sluggish. Increased oil consumption. If you're constantly topping off oil between changes, the wrong viscosity could be the culprit. Black, gritty oil. Pull the dipstick. If the oil looks like tar, you've got breakdown or sludge starting. If you notice any of these signs, don't wait. Get an oil change immediately with the correct oil, and consider an engine flush if the sludge is bad. Catch it early, and you can save your engine. Wait too long, and you're looking at a rebuild. The dealer versus DIY oil change. Debate. Should you get your oil changed at the dealership or do it yourself? Honestly, either works, as long as you use the right oil. If you go to a dealer, make sure they're using genuine Toyota oil or an approved equivalent. Some quick lube chains use whatever's cheapest, and that's a gamble. If you're doing it yourself, it's actually pretty easy. Buy the correct oil and a quality filter, OEM or trusted brand like Bosch, Purolator, or Wix. Drain the old oil, replace the filter, and refill with fresh oil. Check the level with the dipstick, and you're done. DIY saves money, but only if you do it right. Don't cut corners, don't reuse filters, and dispose of old oil properly. The bottom line. Your Scion was built to last. The engines are proven. The engineering is solid. But none of that matters if you're using the wrong oil. Thick, outdated oil, universal formulas, cheap, high-mileage gimmick. They're all traps that'll cost you thousands in repairs. Stick to the specs. Use full synthetic. Change it on time. Do that, and your Scion will run strong for 300,000 miles and beyond. But ignore this warning, and you'll be shopping for a new engine a lot sooner than you think. Don't let that happen. Your Scion deserves better. And so do you. If you found this warning helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.